Just as the nomination hearing, the testimony of Ketanji Brown Jackson to potentially join the Supreme Court is going on, we find out that Justice Clarence Thomas, a 73-year-old, back on Friday was hospitalized with an infection. Now he is expected to be released within the next couple of days, but we can give you a little bit of the details from the statement that was put out. They said that he experienced flu-like symptoms. He underwent tests, was diagnosed with an infection, is being treated with intravenous antibiotics. His symptoms are abating, he is resting comfortably, and he expects to be released from a hospital in a day or two. So he will participate in the consideration and discussion of any cases for which he is not present on the basis of briefs, transcripts, and audio of the oral arguments. And if he has any questions he wants to ask, I would be shocked. So anyway, the flu still exists, obviously, Francesca. It is possible that his flu-like symptoms are from the flu. What do you think?
Nah, man. Come on, man.
You think I just
pulled on a like sincere Biden. Come on, man.
Come on, man, that's malarkey.
That's what I thought for the first few days of Omicron, homie. Homicron. Yeah, I think you had COVID. Come on.
You think he had COVID? He's
the
73.
Flu bounced. The flu was like, my work is done. Goodbye. You deal with humanity. I've plagued them long enough. Does anyone even get the flu? No.
I think some still do, but.
Oh God, no, I'm so glad he's recovered, yay.
Because we don't wish death or suffering on anyone. That is
nobody.
Our policy.
Even though your wife was there during the Stop the Steal rally, that's your right. Oh my God, do you go off, Justice?
I am being completely sincere. I know I'll probably get criticized. Look, here's what I do not want Justice Thomas or any other justice to be sick. We've had a lot of suffering,
except for Kavanaugh.
And death.
Yeah,
Kavanaugh. Bad hangover, maybe. He's probably getting those regularly. But here's what I would say to Justice Clarence Thomas. Dude, you're 73 now. And you're not getting any healthier. That's a natural state of things. It's unfortunate, but we can't run from it. We have to accept that. So you have a wife, you guys have shared interests, like destroying our democracy. Why not retire and get to spend your golden years or whatever together? Insurrecting, like spend those years together rather than just sitting like a lump on the SCOTUS, not saying anything, having no personal investment in anything that's done, and just slowly chipping away at our country and our values. Go off and be active on the ground. Go to some Trump rallies with Ginny. Come on, isn't that a better use of your time?
Never gonna happen.
Now he's just, nobody retires anymore, I guess. I mean, Breyer retired. Can a right winger retire? Not under Biden, I guess, right?
Not under Biden. Nope.
Yeah.
Well, those things, retirements are only for Trump. Three. I can't even. COVID comes back every time I think of it.
Flu-like symptoms. Okay, Francesca, isn't it time to retire and spend your golden year? Anyway.
Oh my God, I want to retire so hard. Please let me retire. If I were him, I would love to. Let's Freaky Friday this, and I don't know actually what that means. I was like, I'll be a justice, you be me.
I think that's the Freaky Friday reboot we need. A kid switches with a Supreme Court justice. Clarence Thomas gets to ride a skateboard. And she gets to defend reproductive rights.
And kids still have moral centers, so
exactly.
We'll all be fine.
I'm gonna write that script, and no one's gonna like it. Anyway, as Clarence Thomas is dealing with his flu-like symptoms and is expected to recover soon, Ketanji Brown Jackson, the process is in motion, testifying literally as we're recording this. Already this morning, Lindsey Graham tried to get a sequel going to his Kavanaugh testimony where he got really red in the face and was aggrieved about everything. Here's the difference though. The Democrats technically have 50 votes. So whether it's Lindsey Graham's comments or perhaps we'll return to Josh Hawley's pedophilia smear, it shouldn't matter, right, Francesca? They've got the votes. What do you think?
Do they? I mean, I don't know. Who knows what kind of deals Sinema and Manchin have been making, right? These are, anyway, I don't like, I don't know if anything. I don't know if we've ever had 50 votes on anything except for daylight savings time, which we had many more than 50 votes.
Weirdly enough.
Strangely. But yeah, no, look, every time it's just incredible, and it hits you in the face just so much when you watch, and compare Ketanji Brown Jackson's confirmation to Brett Kavanaugh's, right? Yep. You've got Kavanaugh, who the right just made such a martyr. How dare you? Oh, how dare you accuse this man, even though he was definitely accused and definitely lied to our faces about all the ridiculous things that he talked about in his yearbook or whatever the hell. Yep. How dare you make him feel bad? He's just a little boy. He's just a little boy. And then he cries and everything's fine. Ketanji Brown Jackson, you've got Lindsey Graham in her face, basically being like, there were other black women. There are other black women who are qualified. What about you? And like, I'm not even gonna consider race, and just like the amount of racism, the white privilege, like all you need, again, we don't need CRT. You just compare these two confirmation hearings. Yeah. And I send all of my strength out to anyone, because it's not just Ketanji Brown Jackson. There have been other hearings. And for people that Republicans have successfully blocked of Biden's, I just send all of my strength out to that, because it takes so much wherewithal to be calm, swallow your pride, and let Lindsey Graham bark in your face and disrespect you on a national stage. Yeah. And then know pretty soon you're gonna be a goddamn justice. So it's
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
That's the way that it should go. And couldn't we use it as a people? Look, it's not even that like if you were to get together like a council of the best progressives in the country, could they find other people that they'd prefer? I'm sure that they could. But let's take wins where we can get them. The fact that Biden's even maybe gonna get a nominee is great. And that also he put forward a short list and she was the best on the short list and they went with her. Yeah. Rather than the more pro-corporate, pro-law enforcement, like this could have, when was the last time something could have been worse and in the end wasn't? Yeah. It's been a good while, so let's take this. And by the way, they're gonna try to stop it. But it is an unpopular thing as of right now to do so. According to a Monmouth poll on this, 55% support confirming Ketanji Brown Jackson. 21% say no, 24% are unsure, which I personally think is fine. It's a Supreme Court nomination. 1/4 of the country is not gonna pay attention. Democrats are overwhelmingly supportive. Who are the 3% of Democrats who are against it? I don't know. Independents basically are even more supportive than the population at large. It's only Republicans that are against it, and even 1/3 of them are like, it just seems fine. Just let her on. Like, we've talked before about Supreme Court confirmation battles being an election issue. They've decided to go up against a woman who is, at least as of this point, quite popular. And they're making that one of the big multi-week debates of the election. So interesting strategy from the Republicans there.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm seeing how people are reacting to how she's being treated, and I'm like, yeah, there's no excuse. There's no excuse to treat a nominee like this, But then again, like, the right has long said goodbye to respectability politics. And I wish the left would, or the liberals would, a little bit more, so they could stand up for their side on this, because nobody deserves to be treated so horribly. But yeah, so we will see, and it still doesn't matter because, Roe v. Wade is being completely torn to shreds, and states across this country are currently legislating for its demise. So Republicans still get what they want. My question is, who comes after Ketanji? Hopefully, if she gets confirmed.
Hero.
No, what comes next?
It's a long fight.
Expanding the effing courts.
I agree. It's Biden. So you know how likely that is. We fight all battles. We fight the immediate battles. We fight the outside of elected politics battles. We fight the elected politics battles. We fight the long-term battles.
Don't touch strategy with me, John Iadarola.
And I will just say, terms of strategy, in terms of consequences, the only thing at this point that can sink this thing is, again, if Manchin and Sinema go against it. But I mean, come on, if they were to do that, Biden would be infuriated. Think of the consequences.
Nope.
We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm sure tomorrow we'll have some more video and stuff like that, because the Republicans are going to be, like, they can't necessarily stop this, but they're gonna be competing with one another to be the most insane to fundraise off of.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.